Welcome back to the Anime Hub, where we explore the deeper layers of anime that many might miss. Today, we're diving into Platinum End, a series that's often overshadowed by its creator's other work, Death Note. But Platinum End is much more than just a battle royale with angels. It's a philosophical journey into the darkest corners of human nature, morality, and the meaning of life. Stick around to find out why this anime deserves a second look, and what critics and audiences might have misunderstood. Beneath this high-stakes premise lies a deeply emotional and philosophical core. The candidates come from diverse backgrounds, each representing different aspects of human suffering: poverty, abuse, loneliness, and even the pressure of societal expectations. Their motivations for wanting to become God range from selfish ambition to genuine altruism, making the competition far more complex than a simple fight for survival. One of the most compelling aspects of Platinum End is its exploration of free will versus determinism. The angels claim to offer salvation, but they also manipulate the candidates, raising the question, how much of our choices are truly our own? Mirai, the protagonist, is particularly fascinating because he represents hope and pacifism in a game designed for violence. His refusal to kill or harm others contrasts sharply with the other candidates, like Metropoliman, who embodies a ruthless, survival-of-the-fittest mentality. This clash of ideologies forces viewers to confront uncomfortable questions. Is it possible to maintain one's humanity in a world where power dictates morality? Is hope enough in the face of overwhelming despair? The series critiques our understanding of morality, suggesting that even the most righteous individuals can be corrupted when given absolute power. The angels, who are supposed to be divine beings, are fallible and sometimes indifferent, highlighting the moral ambiguity that permeates the story. Many critics dismissed Platinum End as a convoluted death game with underdeveloped characters and melodramatic conflicts. But this view overlooks the show's deeper message about the human condition. The competition is merely a framework to explore existential themes: what it means to live, what makes life worth living, and how different people cope with their pain. Take Saki, Mirai's childhood friend and love interest. She initially appears as a passive character, but her arc reveals the debilitating impact of depression and self-doubt. Her journey towards self-acceptance mirrors the broader theme of finding hope amidst despair. Similarly, the antagonist Metropoliman isn't just a villain. He's a tragic figure shaped by a world that values power over empathy. The anime also delves into societal critiques. Through the candidates' backstories, it highlights systemic issues like inequality, abuse, and the pressure to conform. These elements provide a broader commentary on how society often pushes people to their breaking points. This tension mirrors real-life struggles, where staying true to one's values can feel impossible under pressure. Mirai's journey is a reminder that hope and integrity are not signs of weakness, but profound acts of resistance. At first glance, Platinum End seems like a straightforward high-stakes competition. Mirai Kakahashi, a teenager who has lost all hope, is saved from suicide by an angel named Nasi. She introduces him to a deadly game where 13 candidates must compete to become the next god. Armed with angelic abilities like flight, red arrows that can control love, and white arrows that bring instant death, these candidates must outwit and outlast each other. However, this death game isn't just about survival. It's about the fundamental question of who is worthy to lead humanity. Each candidate represents a different facet of human suffering and ambition. From corrupt politicians to abused children, Platinum End gives us a panoramic view of human struggle. The real tension lies not in the action, but in the moral dilemmas each character faces. Mirai's journey is one of the most compelling aspects of the story. Unlike most protagonists in battle royales, Mirai is a pacifist. He doesn't want to kill or harm anyone, even when his life is on the line. His philosophy is rooted in the idea that life is precious, despite the suffering it entails. This puts him at odds with the more aggressive candidates, particularly Metropoliman. who will stop at nothing to win. Mirai's stance might seem naive, but it's deeply symbolic. He represents hope and the belief that humanity can rise above its base instincts. His refusal to play by the game's rules forces us to question the very nature of the competition. Is it truly about finding the most qualified person to become God? Or is it a test to see who can maintain their humanity in the face of despair? This tension mirrors real-life struggles, where staying true to one's values can feel impossible under pressure. Mirai's journey is a reminder that hope and integrity are not signs of weakness, but profound acts of resistance. If Mirai embodies hope, Metropoliman embodies despair and the ruthless pursuit of power. Born as Kanade Uryu, he comes from a privileged background but carries deep insecurities. His desire to become God stems from a twisted sense of justice. He believes that only someone as perfect as himself can create a better world. Metropoliman's tactics are brutal, and his worldview is deeply cynical. He sees humanity as inherently weak and believes that only by controlling others can he impose order. His character forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about the nature of leadership. Is a ruler who imposes peace through fear and violence truly better than a flawed, compassionate leader who values freedom? Metropoliman's downfall is both tragic and inevitable. His obsession with control isolates him, turning him into a symbol of the very systems of oppression he claims to want to dismantle. So, what's the takeaway from Platinum End? It's a series that forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about power, morality, and the human condition. It shows us that life, while often painful and unfair, is still worth fighting for. It challenges the idea that any one person can fix the world, emphasizing instead the importance of individual agency and collective responsibility. At its heart, Platinum End is a story about finding hope in the face of despair and making meaningful choices, even when the odds seem insurmountable. It's a dark, emotional journey, but one that ultimately leaves us with a powerful message. We may not be able to control our fate, but we can control how we face it.